This is a video about an app called Photomath. Photomath uses AI to take maths problems and come up with a solution. Like any AI, it's only as good as the information it's searching from, and it's certainly not a substitute for being taught or learning, but it's a useful way of checking your answers. It's also a good way of having a look at how the actual calculation process works because it can demonstrate you the steps. It's available on Apple and Android phones, and it's free. There is, however, a paid for version. So let's have a look at it. This is handwritten one first. So what I've done is a simple handwritten formula. So if I use that to take a photo, it reads that, and then because it's AI, it goes away and checks it, and it's come up with the solution. So 2x plus 3 equals 11. It's actually told me the answer x equals 4. If I click on the button, it will show me the steps to solve it. So it will show me how to actually calculate that, moving the 3 over to the other side. That changes the sign, and then it will give me the solution. The paid for version, which this isn't, this is the free version, of course, but the paid for version shows videos about how to do calculations. So that gives you an idea about the way it works. It's very clever. So let's have a look at some examples. So let's have a look at a functional skills maths exam question, and just to see how it works for that. So let's look at that first. So if we just have a look at the question. So here's a question from an exam paper. I adjust the things to make sure I get the whole question in and take a photograph when I've got that. It has a look at it, reads it, and then comes back and says, having read that, it goes away to the internet, comes back and says the required payment is £71.4. That's £71, 40 pence. I can click on the link and it will show me how to do the calculation. Let's just have a look because we've got the examiner's answers back here as well. So let's just see if that's the right answer. So actually, yep, the right answer there, as it shows you, £71.40 for that question. So that's actually correct. Let's have a look at another question. Here's one that looks at areas and how to calculate the cost of some flooring. So again, I just adjust the actual thing so it fits in and take a photograph using the camera. It goes away and has a look at it, and it almost instantly comes back and says the total cost of laying horizontal surface is 4428. So that'll be 4,428. Is that correct? Well, again, I have the answer here. So let's have a quick look. And there we go. The answer is 4,428 from the examiner's responses. So that works. Okay, that seems to work quite well for functional skills questions. Let's have a look at some GCSE ones. So here we go. Here's one that asks for information about a particular situation and the weight of a particular thing. So again, take a photograph, it reads that, and it comes back and says the weight of the grams of the block is 400 grams. And again, as I said, you can click on the link and it will then show you the steps by which how you would work that problem out. So let's see what it actually says in the information. And yes, the answer is 400. So that's right, it's 400 grams. So let's have a look at another one of those questions, the next one down. That's a geometry question. So let's have a look and see if it can get that one right. Get it in the frame, take the photograph, it reads it, it goes away, and it's worked out that the angle it needs to work out, which is x is 45 degrees. So is that correct as well? Well, again, go back to the examiner's sheet and the answer is 45. So yes, that's correct too. Let's have a look then at just one or two final ones. Let's just have a look at this one that looks again at not my handwritten algebraic kind of question. It's just a simple forward one that's on there. Simplify that, and it simplified that as being 10ab. And again, is that what it actually expects you to say? And there's the answer, 10ab. And what about the next part of that question? If we take that photograph again, it simplifies that as being 8 x plus y. So again, let's see what that says. And that shows the answer for B is 8x plus y. So that's a quick look at that app. I hope that's useful. It really is not an alternative or a substitute for actually having taught lessons and going away and learning. It does not, you don't have the actual working through the steps, which is what's important, not just writing the answer down, because you can pick up more marks by actually writing the correct steps rather than just the answer at the end. But it's really useful if you've done the work and you want to check whether you've got the right answer. So I hope that was useful, and thank you for listening.